I think probably the easiest conversational thread that we can go on this, you say you're a highly feminist, independent woman. Who do you think on a first date should pay?
I would say the man.
Okay, we'll go around the table on this. We'll start with you, then we'll go around. Go ahead, Rachel.
Whoever asks the other person out on the date.
Whoever asks should pay. Okay. What about you?
The man.
The man.
Okay. Violet?
The man.
The man should pay. Okay. Madison?
The man.
The man. So just to address your thing really quick, whoever asks should pay. I want to go around the table on this again. More often than not, are you asking guys out or are guys asking you out? Go ahead. Have you ever asked a guy out on a date?
Yeah.
More often than not, though. Is it more so the guy asking you or are you asking the guy?
I mean, I don't remember the last time I've asked a guy out on a date. So, like, I would say now it's more highly concentrated with men doing it.
Okay. What about you?
Definitely them.
They ask. What about you?
The man asks.
Have you ever asked a guy out?
No.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I've ever asked a guy out. No, I have not.
How many first dates do you think you've been on?
Ballpark it.
Yeah, just range.
60.
60?
I was running the numbers. 60.
60. Okay.
Yes.
Beautiful. 60 first dates. All the 60 first dates, they asked you. Is that correct?
Correct.
Maybe there was one you kind of suggest. Okay. Violet, what about you?
Oh my gosh,
Closer
I'm
to the mic.
blanking. What
On
was
the question?
it? Yeah.
More often than not, who's asking who on the first date? Is it the guy or you?
The guy, yeah.
Have you ever asked a guy out on a date?
In 4th grade.
Well, come to think of it, actually, Violet. Okay, never mind. Actually, we don't have to go there. Madison, what about you?
I've only ever been on 2 proper first dates, but I asked the first one, and then my first proper date, it was the man asking.
Well, let's remove the proper dates from this and let's include just more casual hangouts. Who's initiating the casual hangout? The guy or you?
The guy more
Okay.
so, but I
Sure.
would too.
Right. So on the whole, whoever asks should pay. It's conveniently ignores the fact that men are overwhelmingly initiators. So if your standard is, okay, whoever asks should pay for the first date, well, you might as well just say men, because men overwhelmingly are the ones asking for first dates. So that this whole idea of well, whoever asks should pay would make kind of sense if there was some degree of equality when it came to initiative, but there isn't equality when it comes to who takes more initiative when it comes to dating.
I can say the advice my dad gave me in 5th grade, which
Please tell us.
Men are pathetic and have low self-esteem, and as a female, if you ask them out or give them a compliment, you're making wonders for them. It makes
Well, yeah,
them
that's true,
special.
because most men never have the experience of a woman asking them out. So they'll probably remember that shit. If you ask an average guy out on a date, he'll remember that for the rest of his life. Whereas most women, some women get asked out so frequently, they don't even remember it later that day.
It makes them feel special, and everyone wants to feel special. It's that's also why females like when men approach, and they don't necessarily want to approach men, is because it feels good. And also asking someone out is extremely terrifying for a lot of people, especially men. It's not just especially men. Actually, no.
So what you're saying is that women are privileged.
No, I would say.
Of course they are.
Okay, well, yes, but
You're in the privileged position of never having to get off your ass to put in any effort into the beginning of a relationship.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
You just allow men to approach you. You get to pick amongst all the men that show initiative.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I've had a lot of guys complain.
You don't risk rejection.
Yeah.
Really. So I don't know why I brought it there, but so this was the first. Who pays? Oh, I was just addressing whoever asks should pay, but it conveniently ignores the fact that men by default are initiators, de facto are initiators. So convenient. you said that the guy should pay, but you said that you're a highly feminist, independent woman. So how do you reconcile being a feminist, claiming to be an independent woman, but still needing to have the man take the lead and pay for the first date?
That's a good question. I think you can, or for me, feel like, I think it kind of comes down to the guy. I feel like most guys on average want to be the one to pay or to feel in control and or have that ability to provide. So
Sure, you're not wrong. Like, I think there is a large proportion of men that are prepared to pay for the first date. They're going to pay for it. They're happy to do it. But that doesn't really answer my question, because would you, if a guy, let's say you go on a date with a guy, and the waiter comes, do you guys want anything else? And he's like, no, we're good. Can you get 2 checks, please? Would you object to the guy asking for 2 checks?
I would be kind of confused, and I mean, maybe if I'm not being confrontational, I would pay the tab, and then there probably wouldn't be a second date.
Why wouldn't there be a second date? Would you lose attraction for him, or?
Yeah. I think I would kind of be off put by that, and not. Maybe I would ask him about it later. Be like, why did you want to split the tab? And see what he says.
But so if it came down to it, you guys end up splitting the bill, is that's a strong negative for you?
Yeah, just because in the past I've had guys go out of their way to make sure, like, even before, like, I never even see the bill come to the table. Like, they make sure it's paid for ahead of time. So I've had that treatment and enjoyed that. So I think, I don't know, maybe I've been spoiled.
Well, I mean, it's a holdover of chivalrous, traditional male behavior when it comes to men paying for the first dates. I guess my whole qualm with men paying for the first date is you ought to only pay for a woman if she also adheres to or believes in traditional, she considers herself traditional, because to me it's like, you can't be feminist until the check comes. Like, if you believe in gender equality, then you shouldn't, like, and because if we're talking about, how do I explain? You cannot recoil at the very idea of gender roles, but then expect men to pay, because men paying is a gender role. So you can't just throw out and discard all the gender roles that have to do with you, but then expect the man to still abide by every gender role that applies to him.
No, I see your point.
So if you want to be, like you said, a highly feminist, independent woman, enlightened, progressive feminist woman who doesn't believe in gender roles, and that men and women are exactly the same, then shouldn't you pay for your own meal?
Yeah, that is fair. I guess it comes down, well, yeah, because I do believe in gender roles, and then I guess with being a feminist, it's wanting that equality with gender roles. So, but then at the end of the day, I with the logic of me wanting the guy to pay, that would be me wanting gender roles.